What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Q that rude boy, aka the Wave Man. Stop playing with me. Act like you know how we rocking on this channel, and we back at it like crack addicts, man. Act like you know, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me and stop playing with me. You feel me? And today we get into the long-awaited Tory Lanez vocal tutorial, man. Hey, I've been waiting for this one myself, man, because we about to get turned up on this junk. You feel me? You already know how we rocking on this channel, man. Hey, we gonna get right into that thing right after these messages.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new bitches, some new rings. I caught some chains, feeling like I'm Luke Cage.
What's good, man? You already know, man. We back at it, man. I want to thank everybody that came back to this channel as a Wave Gang subscriber, man. Go ahead and give yourselves a thumbs up, you feel me? Because y'all rocking with the best team on YouTube. You know how we rocking already, man. Hey, if you new, hey, no offense, go ahead and join the Wave Gang, subscribe. You know how we rocking, man. Hey, after you done that, I want you guys to thumbs up this video. You know what I'm saying? It helps me know that I'm doing the right thing for you guys. So go ahead, thumbs up this video, because the more thumbs up we get, the more vocal tutorials come your way. You already know how we rocking on this channel. And after you've done that, I want you guys to follow me right up here at Q that rude boy on Instagram and Twitter. And then, hey, let's get right into this thing, man. I ain't about the whole job no longer, man. Let's get into it. You feel me? This is what y'all about to be listening to today.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new bitches, some new rings. I caught some chains, feeling like I'm Luke Cage. Now I'm so cold, cocaine. I just came up with a boat, man. Yeah. Used to making moves, we making plays, huh? Need a G-class, I fuck a Range Rover. Never catch a nigga in the same clothes. We the same, but we don't fuck the same hoes. Used to making moves, we making plays, huh? Need a G-class, I fuck a Range Rover. Never catch a nigga in the same clothes. Mobbing through the city with my same bros.
Let's hop right into this thing, man. So first thing we gonna do is pull up this Autotune. And like I say in many vocal tutorials, your key and scale largely depends on the beat that you are working with. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't just hop on a beat and be like, oh, I'm gonna just put on any Autotune. Lots of times it's gonna start off in chromatic. That's the first thing it's gonna start off in. You're gonna wanna change that immediately. You wanna get an actual scale. You know what I'm saying? You want it to be more narrow so that you can get the right scales that your vocals are actually in. And in Tory Lanez vocals, they are heavily auto-tuned. So what we went ahead and did was, for this beat, it was actually an A major, I believe. So let me hear this one more time.
Heard it call with the game.
Correct. So for this song, it was an A major. It was the A key in a major scale. And what we did was to get the Tory Lanez vocal effect of when he's almost belting on a track or yelling, kind of, you know, just a very aggressive tonal voice. He has a lot of retune speed, so we went ahead and put it at 2. At the same time, in vocals like the Tory Lanez, for instance, like Diego, it's auto-tuned, of course, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like it's robotic. So what we did was we went ahead and, though the auto-tune retune speed is at 2, we moved the humanize up to 13 just to, like, you know, basically make it less robotic. Also, what we did was we latched on this targeting ignore vibrato so that it's less robotic, you know, less sharp, and it kind of rounds out the vibrato. So that's basically it for the auto-tune. All right. So next what we did was we did a fruity parametric EQ2. So for this, and like songs like Machiavelli or another same reference, Diego, the high end wasn't the craziest part. Like, it really sounded a lot natural. And I think when they go about these tracks, they try to stay very natural, because if you put too much high end on it, you're going to start hearing a lot more of the auto-tunes, you know, action that it's taken on the actual vocal. So what we did was we just went ahead and simply EQ'd it. We just did We did a high pass cut at about 160, but this is a pretty not steep curve, so it's probably around actually anywhere from 80 to 100, 160. So anywhere from in between, I would say 80 to 160 you can cut off, depending on your voice. He still keeps in these type of songs the low end because the vocal is much stronger, you know what I'm saying? It's not like one of the R&B tracks where it'll be cut more and he has a sweeter tone. So you want to keep some of that low end so that you can get the actual vocal effect. And what I did was I didn't want too much, so I did cut out the 247 range. And like I've explained in other videos, how you basically find that vocal, that bassy tone is you basically play your vocal solo, throw this peak up way to the top, and what you want to do is slide it down and scan it, and you will hear a bassy tone. For instance, let's go ahead and do it with this vocal.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed.
You hear that vocal, that bassy tone? I'm gonna keep going down the range of frequencies now.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things.
So you hear that vocal boost right there, that bassy tone. So what you want to do is take out the bad frequencies. So what I did was I took that and you basically bring that down, and you make it like a peak, a negative peak, taking out the bad frequencies. And that's how you mainly want to EQ. You don't want to boost things. You want to take out. You want to cut things. So I cut at about 247 right there. So that's that. After that, what we did was we added a fruity limiter. And what we did was we used the fruity limiter as a compression. So basically what we did for that was we just moved the threshold down some, and basically what we wanted to smash the whole vocal. So we smashed the vocals, moved up the attack as well. We wanted to make the attack fast, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're working with a vocal and you're compressing something, you want it to activate as soon as the actual, you know, impact is coming in. So the impact is going to be the voice. And as soon as the voice is coming in, hitting that threshold, you want it to take action as soon as possible. So with a fast attack, that occurs. So basically this is the vocal right here. And yeah, for the compression, that's what we used, the fruity limiter. Also what we used was a Soundcloudizer. What the Soundcloudizer does is it basically adds the high end into the vocal. So basically the missing high end that we did not put into the EQ, we went ahead and put in the Soundcloudizer, because in this one, it doesn't give it such a harsh sound, you know what I'm saying? And it just brings that presence back to cut through the mix. So instead of adding it in the fruity parametric EQ2, we went ahead and settled the higher frequencies with the preset A in Soundcloudizer.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things.
See, that's a major difference. If you guys heard that, what I was doing was I was toggling on and off the Soundcloudizer. So listen to that one more time.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new bitches, some new rights.
So it's a major difference. So go ahead and apply that to your vocals, guys. If you find that your stuff is not cutting through the mix, go ahead and add that Soundcloudizer preset A and just move it up and down according to how you feel it sounds with the mix. Okay, another big major, this is a major part of these tracks, like Machiavelli and Diego type tracks, reverb. Reverb is major. In this stuff, his stuff is very ambient, it's very hyped up. The reverb is crazy on these tracks. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you get yourself a good reverb, you know what I'm saying? So we went ahead and added the fruity reverb too. We went up ahead and just left it at default and basically moved up the wetness, because we just wanted to move up the wetness just to make it more of just a wet reverb. And like in my other videos, we use this, I like to call sub bus, and basically left the reverb up pretty high, higher than I usually would. Still not all the way, because you don't want it to get lost in the track, for instance.
Heard it call with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things.
So that's where you want it about, you know what I'm saying? Enough to where you can hear it, but enough to where it doesn't drown out your vocals. Okay. This is not even last, but the last thing on this vocal chain until we hit the ad-libs is the delay. You want the delay because you want it to sound very aggressive, you know what I'm saying? In his vocals, you'll hear that delay, you know what I'm saying? So what we went ahead and did was we added a fruity delay, and the main things you want to work with when you're working with the fruity delay is the time. The time, if anything. And so what you want to do is make sure when the vocal is hitting, you want it to be on time with the BPM of the song. Just make sure when you guys are working with your delays, you have them on time. It takes a lot of people a long time to just figure out that delays and reverbs have a certain time. There's certain timings they have to be on to just basically go with the flowetry of the track. So after you mess around with the time and you get your time right, you want to go ahead and cut. You want to cut your vocals. So you want to cut your delay. The reason why you want to cut your delay is because you don't want your delay to actually sound like the same vocal that is getting delayed. You want it to be like a filtered off version of what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So for instance, this is what it could sound like.
Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed.
You don't want that. You want it to sound more filtered off. So what you want to do is cut the vocal. You want to cut that delay. You know what I'm saying? So you want to use this knob right here that says cut. And what this is doing is basically putting it into a filter. So your delays will be in a filter.
Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new bitches, some new rings. I got some chains feeling like I'm Luke Cage. Never sold cocaine.
So basically that's it for the main vocal, and now let's get into these ad-libs.
Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came along.
So basically what you want for the ad-libs is everything is the same. I will not lie to you. Everything is the same, but the only thing you will see changed on these would be, if anything, would be the parametric EQ2 and the reverb and delay. All these things, except for the parametric EQ, can be changed with the sub bus. So we'll start with the reverb. You want the ad-libs reverbs to be even higher, more than the main vocal, okay? Reason being is because when you're using reverbs and delays, it basically pushes things forward in the track or behind in the track. So when you're using a reverb, you can look at it as it's moving your vocal further away in the track. So that's exactly what you want to do when you have these background vocals, any type of background vocals. You want them to move further away. You don't want them to be more prominent than your main vocal. So what we did was we turned up the vocal reverb for this ad-lib track, and it sounds like this.
Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new.
So that's that. And also, we didn't change anything in this track with the parametric EQ. We left it the same. And that's basically it for your vocal tutorial. I want you guys to thumbs up this video because the more thumbs up we get, the more vocal tutorials come your way. I also want you guys to make sure you subscribe, man. Become part of this wave gang because it's a big community, man, for real. So we growing and I want to grow together, you feel me? Also, I want you guys to follow me here at QThatRudeBoy on Instagram and Twitter. And I want you guys to also look it down in the description because we're going to be doing SoundCloud reactions real soon. And I want to help you guys just as much as you're helping me. Let me know that I'm doing the right things for you. I want to share whatever I'm doing for you guys. I want to share with you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to share the exposure that I'm getting to you guys, with you guys, for you guys, because we are a community. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say, man. You feel me? Danzos.
Heard it come with the game. Ever since then, things changed. See, a nigga came a long way from the waves. I had to switch and do some new things. I got some new bitches, some new rings. I got some chains feeling like I'm so cold, cocaine. I just came up with a boat, man. Yeah. Used to making moves, we making plays, ho. Need a G-class, I fuck a Range Rover. Never catch a nigga in the same clothes. We the same, but we don't fuck the same hoes. You still making moves, we making plays, ho. Need a G-class, I fuck a Range Rover. Never catch a nigga in the same clothes. Mobbing through the city with my same bros.